Well, hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Canning Nana. And today I'm going to be dehydrating celery in a different way. So today we are going to blanch the celery. And this is 3 huge stalks of celery. As you see, though, I cut them rather thick because these are going to be going into soups and stews and whatever else I need celery for. So we're going to blanch them. Got the water boiling, got my ice water bath right here. I just want to let you know what I do with some of the scraps. So these are the scraps that I have left over. Okay, they're like the bottoms of the celery. And here is my freezer bag. So this right now has celery in it. It's got some onion in it. When I get enough vegetables in there, I'm going to make a vegetable stock like I did before. And I will show you guys how to do that again. So this is what I'm going to be doing. We're going to blanch the celery in the hot water. I will take you there now. Here is our hot water pot. I'm going to wait for it to boil, then I'm going to put the celery inside of it for about 30 seconds, no more, and then immediately put it in the ice water bath. So, while we're waiting for the water to boil, what can you do with dehydrated celery? You could do a whole lot. It's not just for soups and stews. You can also make your own celery powder or your own celery salt by simply dehydrating your celery. And I use a Blendtec right here, Blendtec blender. I also have a food processor that is very small, very easy to use, and that'll do the job as well. So you want it to make a fine powder, and I add Himalayan pink salt to it. Makes a really good celery salt. Or you could just have celery powder and add it to soups and stews, of course. These are thick because when I make chicken and dumplings or beef stew, pork stew, things like that, I'm going to be adding it to, I'm going to be adding this to it. Also, soups. So I make chicken soup, you can make a bean soup, a cabbage soup, anything that requires celery. You can use your dehydrated celery, and when you put it in the hot water or hot soup, hot chicken broth, it will reconstitute. It will plump up to the size it is now, and it's delicious. It tastes very, very good. So I do celery 2 ways. I do it without blanching, and I dehydrate it in my Excalibur, or I also blanch it, which I'm going to show you today. So, like I said, all you do is you put it in boiling hot water for about 30 seconds, and then immediately put it in the hot water bath, or the cold water bath, sorry, to stop it from cooking. Let me see how far the water is. While we're waiting for the water to boil, I want to show you how I put all of the extra celery into my gallon Ziploc bag, which is now going to go into the freezer. This part is already frozen, and I'm going to just keep adding to it until I get enough. You can add carrots, celery, onions, the mirepoix, and do a nice vegetable broth. You can use it for a chicken soup. Anything you would normally use these things for, you can do it. This makes an excellent stock. Really, really good. And then you can can the stock, which is what I do. Or you can make a delicious vegetable soup, which I did the last time and canned that. Came out awesome. Okay, so the water is boiling. We're going to start adding our celery to the water. A little bit at a time. We do this in 2 bunches. So it needs to be back up to boiling. You just want to blanch it for 30 seconds, no more than that. I think I can get all of this in there. Like I said, this is 3 stalks of celery, pretty big, but I cut them in big pieces. So, and celery dehydrates way down to be very, very small. So if you are storing this in a container, this would probably all fit into a pint jar. Or a half pint jar, sorry. And I'll let you know how big of a jar we need tomorrow after it's all done dehydrating. So I'm going to dehydrate this on 125, probably for about 6 hours. In the Excalibur, it doesn't take very long. Okay. I'm going to move my bowl, cold water. We're just going to pat it down, make sure it's all in there. You see it turning a nice bright green. That's what you want. So I will show you my canned celery that came out that I did earlier this month. So this is the canned celery. See how it changes colors? It's more of a yellow whitish. These are going to hold their color. These are going to be a deep green color. This will taste amazing. Tastes like celery. Great for soups and stews. But to save storage space and to always have this on hand, I like to dehydrate celery. And I go through this a lot. Again, you don't want to cook your celery, you just want to blanch it. I have a lot of celery in here, so it's made the boiling go down. I'm only going to do it for a couple more seconds, and then we're going to start taking it out. You just want that nice green color. And you want to start putting it into your water bath, into your ice water bath. Just like this. I'm going to try to get it all in there. And then all I'm going to do is put it on a lined sheet for my Excalibur. And they're Teflon sheets that I use. Get them at Amazon. Very easy to use. Great for small things that you dehydrate that will fall in between your trays. This way you don't lose anything. I'm going to turn this off. Get the rest of it out of here. My bowl's getting full over here. There's my bowl. Looking good. I'm just going to put it all in there. And then what I'm going to do is let it all cool down a little bit. And then put it on my dehydrator sheets. Now, you could do the same thing with onions. You can blanch your onions. I know I've done it both ways, and it really doesn't matter which way you do it, except for the outcome. If you want to reconstitute this and have it come out really well and taste like celery again, you want to, oops, I can't pick that up. You want to blanch this first. Okay, I'll be right back. I can't pick this up. Okay, so here's my celery. I have my dehydrator trays ready and lined with the Teflon paper. And I have my colander in here. Just going to let it sit in here just a minute. They're nice and cool. So I'm going to empty it into my colander. Piece left over. There we go. Bright green color that looks amazing. Now all I'm going to do is, sorry for the camera going everywhere, I am going to place each piece on my dehydrator sheet. And you can do this any way you want. You can just put a bunch of it on there like that. Remember, these dry very small, so you can put chunks of it on here, handfuls, and then spread them out. I'm going to be doing 2 trays. I think 2 trays will do it. And I'm just going to be spreading these out and dehydrating them on these racks in my Excalibur. As I said, for about 6 hours, and they should be done. The Excalibur doesn't take very long. I started out with some Ronco dehydrators, which were excellent for what I needed then, but I really love my Excalibur. Wanted one for years, and finally got one just a couple years ago. So if you can afford an Excalibur, I would definitely make the purchase. You have control over the heat, the time, has an automatic timer on it. It's pretty wonderful, pretty easy. All you have to do is put your vegetables on or your fruits on and turn it on, and it does the rest for you. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that. So I'm gonna do the other tray, but this is what it looks like on the tray. I'm gonna take it over my Excalibur and I'm gonna turn it on, and I will do another video when these are done, probably in the morning. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you will dehydrate with me. Food preservation is a big thing. Being self-reliant is a big thing, and the more you know how to dehydrate and can, the better off you'll be, especially in these days now where we need to store food. We need to have a food storage. I think everybody will agree with that right now. The way the world is, we just never know what's going to happen. So being in California, we're on lockdown again, and happily I don't have to go to the store for anything. So happy about that. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. We're going to be doing a 5,500 sub giveaway very soon. You do have to be subscribed to enter. I will be checking to make sure that everybody who enters is subscribed to my channel. And we're going to be giving away gift cards and sourdough starter and a few other things, some books. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching.